Thank you. So hi, my name is Michelle Ward. I'm the founder of CyberSafe Workforce, and for the past 11 years, I've actually been a software engineer with a focus on information security. Like a lot of other highly technical people, I have a problem, which you may have experienced. It's that I don't know how to explain computer security to someone like my dad or my best friend. You know, my best friend's great at texting and posting pictures to social media, but not so great at figuring out, you know, how her email got hacked, and now it's sending out messages to everyone saying, help, I'm in Manila, I lost my passport, and please send me money. So, you know, if you're the computer fix-it person in your household or maybe in your organization, you're called over sometimes to help someone at their desk with a problem that they've got, right? They're logging into a site and they say, oh, hold on just a moment, and they go and they flip open their notebook, and inside's written all of their passwords and their usernames, right? You're doing one of these kinds of things. And if you know anything about IT security, this is not a good practice. The worst part is that their passwords are not even that strong, right? It's easy to guess, it's short. Basically, it's easy to crack. It might contain their username. So what we want to do is stop people from creating weak passwords because it creates a weakness in your network. If you are sharing services, you know, you're on the same network with these people and their password is going to be guessed, what's going to happen to your data? So our goal is to get people to create a strong password that they can actually remember without having to write it down, right? So keep that in mind. If you go out there and you look for what makes up a strong password, you really get an ingredient list. You know, if someone asks you to make a cake and you tell them flour, eggs, you know, butter, sugar, and say, okay, now make me a cake, what's going to happen? They're going to say, well, what do I put in these ingredients, right? You need the steps. So we're great at telling people, okay, well, a strong password is, you know, longer than 8 characters, has uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and then we just expect them to create something that is going to work for them, and it's going to be something that they remember. So I had this problem, but I decided to solve it this past summer. I created something that I call 4 steps to a stronger password that you can actually remember. So follow along with me, and if you're quick at writing, you want a challenge, go through it with me. So the first step, you're going to pick 2 words, and you want these words to be, you know, kind of random. So I picked cake crumbs because we were just looking at pictures of delicious cakes. And you don't want it to be something that's a personal detail about you that can be looked up online. So the second step, you want to capitalize either the first word or the second word in that phrase. And the reason why you do that is because a lot of people just, if they capitalize, you know, in their password, they're putting like just the first letters. You don't want to do that. Let's be a little bit different. So in the third step, let's replace all vowels with the number 2. So now we're adding in numbers into our password. And in the fourth step, you want to add some symbols in there. So we're going to replace the space with 2 exclamation points. So if you're looking at this password and thinking, well, okay, how am I going to remember that? First, you think of your 2 words that you picked in step 1, and then think about each additional step that you took to transform it into your password. So what you've really done here is created a recipe for a strong password that is unique to you, right? So this recipe is customizable. So we're going to go through it again. The first step is to pick 2 words. The second step is to capitalize the first word. The third step is to replace all vowels with the number 2. And the fourth step is to replace the space with 2 exclamation points. So you're working in all of the ingredients and you end up with a strong password. If you use a different phrase, you just created a different password as well, right? This is your recipe. So I want you to customize this for yourself. And we've got another example where, again, we pick 2 words. In the second step, we capitalize the last word. Third step, we're replacing the last 2 letters in each word with the number 7 and 5. And then we're going to replace the space with 3 pound symbols. So here, cake crumbs looks like a completely different password. So what I'm advocating for is that information security professionals, IT security professionals, let's help our users actually be more secure by teaching them something specific, okay? More than just an ingredient list. So again, I'm Michelle Ward with CyberSafe Workforce. If you need cybersecurity awareness training for your organization, or if you want to talk all things entrepreneurship, please come find me. Thank you.